Seems that in today's age, if you don't have a smartphone, you're getting left behind. Smartphones have impacted almost every aspect of our lives: social networking, business, and hobbies. No longer are our phones limited to making phone calls, texting, and playing basic games like Snake or Solitaire. Phones of today have become full-blown operating systems. Some of these operating systems are limited, and some of them work just like the home computer. When choosing a smartphone, you need to be aware of its pros and cons so you know what to expect out of your phone and to help ensure that you purchase the phone that is right for you. Today's market, two of the most popular operating systems are Windows Mobile and iPhone. These operatings are similar but different. Both operating systems have applications that are created by third parties to allow the user to play games, join social networks, keep in touch with the people across the world, play music, watch videos, and of course, make phone calls. There's some similarities between Windows Mobile and iPhone, but there are three aspects of these phones where they differ substantially. The ability to personalize and upgrade software, user interfaces, and the ability to create applications. Recently, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, or the EFF, had a huge win when it comes to mobile phones. In the past, it was illegal for people to jailbreak their phones. Jailbreaking is the process of hacking the phone's operating system to allow users to upgrade the operating system or run any application they want. This win for the EFF and the mobile phone users didn't actually change anything, though, because the hardcore mobile phone users had already been doing this for several years. It just made it legal now. Jailbreaking allows the user to change their phone, but jailbreaking for the iPhone doesn't mean the same thing for Windows Mobile. Jailbreaking an iPhone Before jailbreaking an iPhone, your apps are limited to what Apple says is okay. After jailbreaking, the user has the ability to put any third-party apps on the phone that are not enforced by Apple. Jailbreaking for Windows Mobile doesn't actually affect the applications, but the operating system itself. With the ability to jailbreak, you can actually create an entirely new operating system for your phone, not something that is available for the iPhone. Phones today come with a lot of bloatware. Bloatware is software that phone companies put on their phones in order to get more money out of the end user, like satellite radio apps or free trial apps. Some games and apps on the phones can't even be fully used unless you purchase them. With jailbreaking for Windows Mobile, you can remove these useless apps and free up much needed memory space. Users also have the ability to bypass the Windows operating system altogether and put Google Android operating system or Ubuntu Linux operating system on their phone and still have full usability of the phone. Applications are a big deal as well. Put aside jailbreaking for a moment, and you will see that there's a large difference between Microsoft apps and Apple apps. Apple has put into place rules for app makers to adhere to. Not only are there rules for app creators, but even if these apps adhere to the rules, Apple can deem these apps are not appropriate and deny the apps to be used on the iPhone. The only way to get around this is to jailbreak your phone. With Windows Mobile, you can put any app on your phone that you want to, given that it works with the operating system. The upside to the iPhone and the applications market is that everyone is making apps for the iPhone. There are some great apps for Windows Mobile, but the amount of apps pale in comparison to the iPhone. The last difference between iPhone and Windows Mobile is the user interface. iPhones are generally liked for applications and MP3 functionality. The graphical user interface consists of basically several screens with applications that you can launch. The MP3 functionality is great because iPhones usually come with 8, 16, or 32 gigabits of space. This gives the end user an abundant amount of space to hold music, videos, pictures, and apps on their phones. The downside about the iPhone is its usability is that you have to sync the iPhone up with iTunes in order to add music and are limited to the number of computers you can sync up with. This problem can be bypassed by jailbreaking and third-party software, but some of the software can cost money. Windows Mobile's GUI is limited only by developers. There are several different interfaces that you can apply to your Windows smartphone, even ones that make the screen look as though it is an iPhone itself. Case in point right here. We've got several different images of user interfaces that have been created by different developers. We've got one version here And we have another version where you can see the apps on the screen are much larger than before. This one is a basic Sense version of Windows Mobile, and the previous one was a 50 home time version of Windows Mobile. Memory for Windows phones is substantially less than the iPhone, generally around 256 megabytes. This doesn't allow for many pictures or music or videos. However, you can purchase a memory stick from the store, but as the size of that memory stick increases, so does the cost. Like iPhones, Windows mobile phones need software on the computer to link up with them. However, you are not limited by the number of computers to sync up with. Once hooked up to the computer, you can add music, videos, and pictures as you wish, anytime you want to. As you can see, there are some similarities and differences between mobile operating systems. Just as you pick your home computer for your specific needs, you should pick your mobile phone for the same reason. All phones today have applications, GUI interfaces, and the ability to tailor them to your liking. Hopefully, with the information I presented to you, you will be able to make an informed decision about the phone that you will be purchasing. Hopefully, with the information I presented to you, you will be able to make an informed decision about the phone that will suit your needs the best. Thank you. Horrible.